Grand final time! We got Team against the Three-Legged Cat, another best of 3 series. It's the 5th qualifier for the X-Cup Winter Series, everybody. Our first map today is Infernal Shrines. And, well, Team is playing with the exact same configuration, the exact same players that they're also going to use in Miami when they're playing at the Miami Defrost LAN. Now, I'm not 100% certain when exactly the video is going to hit YouTube, but if you guys catch this on YouTube and you want to have more information, there's an offline event happening in Miami. It's at the first weekend of February, the 5th and the 6th to be exact, and it's open to the public, so you can actually attend if you live in the area, and you can simply Google Miami Defrost LAN, Heroes of the Storm, and you'll find it immediately. But yeah, if you live in the area, obviously you're more than welcome to check it out. I'm going to be there myself as well. Casting, it's gonna with Michael Udall, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But this is exactly the same lineup, so for Team this is already a little bit of practice, so to say. Whereas the Three-Legged Cat, they took down Team Ash in a very cool summer final, which was tons of fun. So with that in mind, for them, not only awesome because they now find themselves in the grand final, but also because they won against a direct competitor in the standings. And after 5 qualifiers, we're slowly getting to a point where teams establish themselves in certain ranges. The blue team, obviously, I mean, they have won nearly every qualifier in which they participated. But last week, qualifier number 4, they fell short. They got defeated in the semifinal by the Chili Donuts. I don't think they were too happy about it. But then again, they weren't playing with their normal lineup. Dino wasn't there. They subbed in Zalia, which is obviously a fantastic replacement, but they just couldn't go through the donuts and lost the semi. So they only came in, I think, 3rd place. So we got Dino on Junkrat as a first pick. In regards to bans, by now it's pretty common to see Rhaegar and Stukov banned plus Jojo. If one of the 3 isn't banned, then normally they appear in the early pick rotations. Junkrat as a pick on Infernal Shrines is still amazing. You can sit outside of the shrine just bombarded with grenades all day long. But now, here's the double pick. We got a Blaze and we have Hogger. Okay. And this is going to be a big battle that we have here. I mean, David against Goliath, pretty much. Blue team, definitely the favorite. And the Three-Legged Cat, they're a little bit like a Chihuahua going up against a Grizzly Bear. So they definitely have to go in for a bit of a sucker punch if they want to win this one. Unless they're stepping up their game. They did a great job in the semifinal, don't get me wrong. But this is a very different beast that they're currently facing here. We get Lulcio and we get Tyrael. Sanctification is going to be part of this one, and that opens our potential Carrigan pick for Ultralisk. Could, of course, still play it with Maiev, but they played Carrigan with Tyrael earlier. Got the Sanctification that really allows you to make those plays. Maybe she gets banned. At this point, if they watch some of the earlier games that the team played, they might even ban her out. But no, instead it's Maiev that gets the boot. So she's out. And what is the final ban? Yeah, I don't even know what at this point you want to get rid of. They go for the support and they eliminate Brightwing. I guess it makes sense. The polymorph could annoy Tyrael a little bit when he tries to land a Sanctification and just simply get him out of the fight. So yeah, I suppose that makes a lot of sense to try and make sure that they are not going to end up relying on Tyrael in a crucial moment in the game and then he can't get the Sanctification through and they lose multiple heroes. But, well, with that, we now have our next double pick. What's the support going to be? Could still go for Malfurion. They go for Anduin. We got Tychus. It's actually a good point. We had some games on Infernal Shrines earlier, but Tychus wasn't even played. But now we're back to using Odin here. So, Odin time. And that is an insanely powerful ult on this map. Leo for the Quasar and Ultralisk. This time, look at that. He's playing Tracer. No Carrigan in game number 1 of the Grand Final Series of the 5th qualifier for the X-Cup Winter. Instead, we get the Cavalry together with Lucio. So they go nearly full Overwatch on us. Yeah, 3 Overwatch against 0 Overwatch. I wonder who has the advantage here. Infernal Shrines, it finishes with a pick on Diablo from Johan. And with that, ladies, we're going into game number 1. Team against the Three-Legged Cat on Infernal Shrines. Dino for the blue team plays Tracer. We have Ultralisk on Junkrat. The two flip the heroes around, of course. Nagrom on Lucio. Dequaza on Leoric. And Masquerade plays Tyrael in the first game of this best of 3. Dracula and Tychus for the 3-legged cat. We got Tirath on Hogger. Captain Rex on Anduin. Johan on Diablo. And Tonio is playing Blaze. Devil's Stew on level 1. And we have the new habits for Blaze as the first talent, whereas Tychus is once again going for the grenade build with quarterback as his level 1 talent choice. Also for Leo, tiny adjustment. I mean, again, consume vitality. You can also go for the Austin's renewal. There's a lot of flexibility now with the talents that you have on Leo. You're pretty much locked into a playstyle for ages, but by now there's multiple ways that you can actually play him out, which is pretty cool. Bit of a skirmish in the middle, nothing too insane, so Diablo actually pushing out on the minion as he was caught there for just a moment, but they go for Masquerade, and honestly that's a problem for Tyrael. Gets body blocked and dies. So there it is. First kill in the game, and the 3-legged cat, they're able to lock it in. Congratulations. Nicely done. And then we have Nagrom getting attacked, and all of a sudden Lucio is also down. So that's 2 kills early on against Team... I gotta say, I'm a little bit... I don't know. Like, they're really doing well in general, but lately you look at them in the early game and they're losing too many heroes, and I'm like, you guys know that you're going up to Miami in just a bit, right? This is not the moment where you are trying, or where you should start slacking. So I really want to see them at some point just go full all out and just still make a statement. So like, oh yeah, we're going to the US to win this one. In it to win it, baby. But at least in the early game here, the 3-legged cat is once again showing its claws. So now we have 2 kills against a team. A little bit of extra damage against Dino too. Johan is still sitting at the side. He wants to go for another wall stun and misses it by a bit. And there's still damage as Diablo is all of a sudden finding himself the target of the aggression. They try to chase him down, but thanks to Captain Rex and the quick pull, they are still able to save Dibbles. The front line is alive. 1 cam got taken by each team, which only leaves 1 on the right side. We get, the bigger they are, for the 3-legged cat here. And still with the level 4 talents, a little bit of skirmishing around in the middle. And the blue team is still aggressive. Now they have taken a lead in experience. They're still playing a very aggressive game here, as they are looking for fights, they're looking for targets, despite the fact that they already lost 2 of their heroes. And they're doing pretty well with it. So, yeah, right now, down at the bottom of the map, we have another camp taken. It's the final one of those. But there's also play for the first Shaman camp. And the red team, I mean, they are going to be a little bit slow if they make their way over now. So they're going to lose the initial points on the objective if they try to take this right now. I mean, even with Blaze coming in, that's like 8 seconds. This one is already about to be taken. Actually, not as quick as I initially thought either, but the blue team should now be able to take the position on the shrine just a little bit faster. Yeah, slight advantage for them. So they already get the early lead here if they play this out with Dequaza. The grenade at least locks 1 in, but that's not enough. Hogger is still at the top, and Dequaza is now moving away too to deal with the top lane pressure and ensure that the camp is not moving in too deep. But level 7 is still what both of them fighting for, and the 3-legged cat should be able to get that talent just a tiny bit sooner. Which is exactly why we're now also seeing Tracer moving down to the bot lane to lock in experience. Now the good news for the blue team is that they're already finding themselves at 27 stacks, and they even isolate Hornio here, who's forced to jet propulsion out of that little trap that they set for him. Level 7 talents now for both of the teams, and here comes the play for the first objective. Everybody's starting to commit to that one. With the level 7 talents, but I also got the Blessed Recovery. And on the other hand, the Hopelessness and the Ghastly Reach. But here's the first Punisher, and we talk Frozen Punisher now. So despite the fact that team hasn't gotten a single kill yet, they're still able to push through the middle a little bit. They win objective number 1, and even with the bait over the wall, what we should see is at least that wall fall. Yeah, they try to go for Diablo for just a second. Frozen Punisher, by the way, finally starting to freeze some shit, but until now, totally refusing to do its job. but they are able to take down the entire wall. They're looking for a few kills, can't get them right away, but the fight isn't over yet. Here comes the Root against Diablo, and Blaze is also in trouble on the left side. Everybody's trying to is dropping low slowly for the red team. The Cat in trouble, down goes Blaze, and that fort has taken a ton of damage too. So they finally get a kill, and they also make the play for the fort. Tracer is getting out. The grenade still hits, but Dino for just a moment was in a bit of trouble as Diablo made the engage and actually got a hold of her. So now Ultralisk moves down to the bottom of the map and dealing with the next camp. And, well, Tracer's dead after all. So yeah, Dino, missing last week, now is already dead. 3 kills to 1. Still a bit behind in experience, and that mid lane is a concern. But down at the bot lane, they at least took a camp now. Alright, so the game is just starting to unfold a little bit. I gotta give it to the three-legged cat. They played a great semi-final. And now in the grand final, they also show zero respect. Well, maybe a little bit. But they're definitely not intimidated. So they're sitting there like, alright guys, let's take this serious. But still, let's go for gold here and see what we can do. If they give us a chance, take it. And let's not forget that sometimes team is a little bit overconfident. Goes too deep and then pays the price for it later on. Now the engage is already happening. They got the level 10 abilities, but the same is also true in a second for the red team as they lock it in. Good jet propulsion, great jet propulsion actually. Follow-up attempt, and they go for Nagrom, and that's a kill on Lucio. 4 kills to 1. Masquerade is moving out, and oh boy, they were really starting to chase him. That last jet propulsion hits, I think Tyrael is dead as well. So now we got 4 kills to 1. Level 10 on both sides. There's some pressure at the top that destroyed the wall and nearly took more hit points off that fort. But I gotta say, the red team is doing way better than I expected them to. Now, with level 10, oftentimes things shift a little bit, and I guess we're gonna see that as the next objective pops up. But kudos to the red team. They're doing a good job here. So, for now, we got all the way up at the top. The bunker play against the Entombs, a bit of a change in cooldowns. Mostly initiated because he was so low. No face checkerino, please. Masquerade gets out here. Nogrom, stunned for a second. They're trying to go for Tyrael here. But at first, it's Tigers that gets attacked. And Tigers might actually fall. Dino's running him down. Dino gets the kill. And that was pretty solid. They tried to stun him out and he dodged out all of those. And then he followed up with Tigers and he just didn't stand a chance. And now it's a 5 versus 4. Oh, sorry, a 4 versus 3 initially at the bottom of the map. With the red team mobilizing all their defenses. Bot side, it leaves a lot of space for Leoric in the middle and the top lane as he rotates. The Shrine is also activating. So things are starting to get a bit tricky for the red team. They got all the kills, but they're still falling behind in experience. And that's starting to become annoying. If you look at the experience division, look at the minion difference. The difference in minion experience is nasty. Absolutely nasty. It's nearly 3,000 XP difference in minions. Oh, Lucio! Another time taken out here. Both of the supports don't fare really well in that fight. Both are taken down. The Horda pull is already cutting them off. Dino's trying to get away, and I don't think so. It's trying to recall out, but it's only going from bad to worse as they are trying to dodge it. But yes, obviously Tracer is not going to survive through it. So we got 16 stacks as Tyrael is just going for the objective. Another drain is happening there too. They got the early level 13 talent. I mean, good for them, but it doesn't help them too much. Still gonna be another 5 versus 4 fight if they're willing to engage into it. And with Ultralisk getting attacked here, he might even die. But Junkrat gets out. The red team is trying to close the gap though. It's 24 against 14 stacks on the objective. The Quasar is still there. As long as Dino is still... sorry, Ultralisk is still around and can carpet the floor with grenades, they might just be able to lock this in. Even the Riptire commitment here. The problem for them is there's very little. He only gets 5 of those minions with it. 32 to 31. It's so fucking close. The bunker is there. 36, 37, 38. The blue team, they're so close to locking this one in. 39 on both sides, and then the three-legged cat gets the hit, takes the minion, and they get the objective. Dino on the run, nearly dying. All of a sudden, it's a full-on attack by the cats, and they attack the bot lane with the wall gone. They can follow up on Punisher jumps from here on out too. They got their level 13, but boy, it's getting nasty. I like it. I like it a lot. This is not what I expected, even a little bit. I really thought the team would come out swinging and just crush it here, but far from it. The Cats are fighting back hard. And that was kind of insane. 39 to 39 points. The catch-up game that the red team played was pretty incredible. Now we got the Unyielding Despair for more drains. And, well, on the damage, 25,000 for Tychus. 32,000 for Junkrat. The first fort destroyed on the side of the blue team. Yeah, blue team lost the first one, and there's another kill against our boy Lucio. Lucio is getting a bit wrecked here. Nagram is not having a good one. He's died 4 times already, which means that more than 50% of the deaths of Team are on him. That's kind of bonkers. Now, with the camp here being stolen, the blue team, that's the only thing that they can do. They move down to the bottom of the map and try to repay them in kind. They have the mobility, also with Tyrael, of course, being flexible enough to just jump out within ruins. Top side is also a little bit of pressure here. But it is starting to be a bit of a problem, because we talked about a big gap in experience early on in the game. That was definitely true. Mainly because Quasar did a great job with soaking all of this. But now they are starting to lose some ground on the XP gains. Fort in the middle and the top are low. There's the shield. They turn it on Onio, forcing the bunker. Tracer's moving in now too. And she might just be able... Nah, Fountain is there. He can tap it. Doesn't even have to. Probably in cooldown anyways. But yeah, as it stands, they still have the early level 16. But they need to take these forts down. 2 of the forts are low, thanks to Leo's rotations. But they need a bit more than that. Leo hasn't activated his trait once yet. Not even a single time. So he's been fine. Same also for Junkrat. Hasn't died. 16 is ready. They force the battle before the red team gets it. Jet Propulsion misses. Double hit. Nice! Well done. The Sanctification after the initial engage with the N2 was absolutely golden. Now they not only get the double kill, they go for the triple, and they take the fort down. That's the kind of play that we're used to from the blue team, and they lock those kills in. Easy peasy, take the lead in experience, have control over the map all of a sudden, and can now not only steal the camp, but easily take the top fort too. So with that push, they that set themselves pretty much apart from the Cats. Yeah, they got the top fort for sure. They got that one locked in. Nothing that the Cats can do about it. And of course the Shrine is now activating up at the top as well. So it was only one battle that was needed. One good engage with the Entomb, the follow-up from Tyrael with the Sanctification and all the damage behind it. And that led to 3 kills, a fort destroyed. Actually, technically 2 forts destroyed. And even the bot lane is suffering. So yeah, not too bad. By now we are 12 minutes, 13 minutes in. And they want more, don't they? Not only do they want to take down the Fleabag, Hogger goes down, but they might get more. The 4 is low. Top side, by the way, the fight turns against Leo, who's the only one that is currently trying to go for a few of the stacks there. They don't give up at the bot lane either. They are simply figuring out that they can also go for the fort, so why wouldn't they? Lock in a few more kills too and pull farther ahead in experience. Jet Propulsion, Reptile, Anduin gets body blocked. He's already dead. And now they're going for the fort and for Blaze. That should be a kill too. Leo, by the way, did he just 2v1 too? Are you fucking kidding me? 5-man wipe, but did they Quasar just 2v1? What? Are you serious? Did he just kill 2? Did just happen? The bot lane I get. But how the hell did he get even a single kill at the top? What happened there? 11 kills to 7 all of a sudden. They're jumping even further for the keep. Leo is topside. And they're just cleaning house. The janitors are in the house and they're taking out the trash. They're nearly at level 20 as well. Leo hasn't died yet, neither has Junkrat. The keep is gone. We have 14 minutes in the game, and this game absolutely escalated. Spiraled out of control, and they are still going for it. They're going for Diablo. He's nearly dead. There's a sanctification. They're chasing them hard. The kill against Tychus. And now Lucio and Tyrael are chasing down Diablo. The Riptire pushes Hirath back. He moves out with a Hoarder pull. They might get the kill against Nogrom finally, but I think that's the only thing that they can do. Even that was a question mark, but they get him. Leo has taken the Punisher, is now pushing through the top lane, by the way. They're going for the next kill, and they get it too. Jesus, calm the hell down. You guys need to show at least a little bit of mercy. Can't be that mean. Leo finally engaging his trade, ghosting out. By the way, the top Punisher is doing short work off the wall and goes straight in for the keep itself. Core is still getting a little bit of sale. It seems that team is having some fun at this point. But oh my god, that game absolutely escalated there. Punisher is jumping in deep, and that keep is obviously losing hit points quickly. They baited into the middle. I'm not even sure if the keep is going to fall here. I doubt it. Depends a little on the catapult. Homed in on it. I think that one is going to expire in a second. And yeah, so the keep is still there. I guess they can just go for it at this point and take it apart. And yes, they do. But they won't fight more for it right now. I don't think that's happening. No, it doesn't. 14 kills, 2-9. And at the same time, we now have Junkrat taking even more camps. Ultralisk is already moving over down to the bottom of the map as he's trying to claim another one. But boy, did that escalate. Holy hell. One moment, the three-legged cat was pretty much even with them. And then Team Wa came in and they slapped and slapped and slapped and slapped. And there was just one question to be answered. Do you think that three-legged cat has a chance here in Infernal Shrines? And the answer was simple. Nope. Just simply not happening. So with level 20, they can try to fight back now, but they are attacked on every single lane here. I mean, every single one of them. Top side, they got nothing. Keeps gone. Bot side, same thing. Finally, we got level 20 at least, so they got the red button. But yeah. Oh, there it is. The kill against Tyrael. Now, they get caught by the Entomb. The explosion hits, but that's not enough. It's a 5 versus 4 regardless, so all of a sudden, they gotta hightail it out there. Yeah, and they might lose a few more. Look at that ping pong. They turn it, and Hogga is dead. Hogga is down. Nogrom is able to escape. Core gets attacked, by the way. There's double catapult already on it, and the cam too. But we're only 17 minutes into the game, so I don't really think that anything is happening there. Dino's just zipping left and right as he's interrupting Diablo. Might have overstayed a bit. Alright, the rest of the team is moving in now too. Blaze is defending, but Lucio, hello. Alright, high fives all around. He's able to get away. And with that, we could possibly see another kill here. Captain Rex Is Captain Rex turning into Captain Wrecked? Doesn't seem like it. They instead take down Tychus. Core shields are still dropping and Blaze is down. And it seems like Anduin, he is rushing out of that fight. He's just like, yeah, boys, I'm out of here. Sorry, but I don't want to die again. I already did that a few times. I didn't really like it. So yeah, screw that. So, yeah. He's trying to escape. The Core gets murdered. Team, everybody. 18 kills to 10. Maybe a little bit more scrappy at parts than we expected, but boy, did they do work here. So yeah, they win game number 1 in the grand final. They take the lead. Nicely done. Blue team pulls ahead once again in the best of 3 series at the grand final of the qualifier. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. To the Spider Queen, map number 2. Kind of escalated a little bit on the first map. I mean, initially, the three-legged cat did incredibly well. They got the early kills. They did not really match Quasar on the rotation with Leo between mid and top lanes on the experience. The blue team still had the lead, minion experience. But this all started to completely flip after just simply one engage in the middle, where Leo hit the Entomb. Tyrael followed up, they got 3 kills, they took the fort, they stole the camp, stole the second fort, and then they went for the objective too. So the three-legged cat just got absolutely dumpstered after that. It just felt like it was an even fight, and then he got sucker punched, and all of a sudden the entire thing fell apart. So pretty incredible, but yeah, blue team, kudos. Now, we are on Tomb. That's map number 2. And, well, with the blue team in the lead, if they win here, then they lock in another victory in the qualifiers. But we got our 2 supports already banned out. So the question is instantly, will Jojo be banned? And given her latest priority, I would be very surprised if she makes it through. I don't think that's happening. So, probably the blue team gonna ban her, since red team has first pick. Yeah, there's a Maiev ban. And now we should see a Johanna ban. You fuckers. Are you kidding me? There we go. Alright, Johanna ban. I don't know why we need 25 seconds to ban Johanna. I really don't. But alright. So Johanna gets banned. Junkrat as a first pick. And that's what I love about the cats. You know, like they come in and they instantly pick. They don't waste my time. They don't sit there and it's like, that's 25 seconds of my life that I'm never going to get back. You neither, by the way. You looked at it too. So, yeah. I feel a little bit trolled at that point. Blaze at least gets locked in immediately. It's like, I don't know. But there we got Vala. Alright, so Dino is playing Vala. The only question that remains is double support or solo support. We got the double pick on the red side. So after Junkrat. Junkrat is already nice. You got a good interrupt against any kind of channel. You can have follow-ups on stuns. With a displacement. With Blaze already taken. Leo for the bot lane. Urel for the bot lane. You got options. Oh, but they go for Garrosh and they go for Lucio first. Alright. Yeah, with Rhaegar and Stukov currently taking the cake on support bans. Lucio is getting more and more into a prime position again. But they have ban number 3. What are we getting for them? Tychus! They banned Tychus, okay. Maybe even the Diablo pick on the end? I wouldn't mind Masquerade on Diablo again. That's actually pretty cool. So, yeah. Give me that dibbles. Give me those wall stuns, those engagers. The Lord of Terror. Pushing into battle. Terrorizing everybody on the other side. Poor cats. I still want hero interactions. I was just thinking for a second, like, the cats are probably afraid of any hero that resembles a dog. Stupid thought, I know. But it would be kind of cool if we had more interactions between actual heroes, you know? Where if you pick 2 heroes that have some lore connection, you get a little bit of a bonus, nothing crazy. That should be a feature that you can turn on and off for competitive, might make things interesting. Now we get Malfurion and we get Tracer, so not a Vala double support, but with Tracer and Malfurion, it's already a real nice combo that we have. And, well, that leaves us with the final 2 picks on the red team side. The cats! We need our side laner. Who are we getting? And what are they picking to deal with Tracer? Because currently they don't really have a whole lot they can deal with her. If she's dumb enough to get close to Garrosh whenever he wants to taunt her, then maybe, but I don't think that's happening. So there's Genji, and we got Urel. Okay, the Space Goat is in the house. And Masquerade, the final pick, everybody. Are we going to get Diablo? Yes, no. Is he going to go for something different? They played some Stitches games. They could still play him here if they wanted to. I mean, they got Malfurion as a follow-up with the root, so that works. You get a Blaze stun. But they go for Diablo, and that's the pick that I wanted. Alright, the Lord of Terror, everybody. Tomb of the Spider Queen, map number 2 in the grand final of qualifier number 5 for the X-Cup Winter. Let's go. Game number 2, and interestingly enough, Ultralisk is playing Vala this time because, again, Dino is on Tracer, so Ultralisk on Vala makes sense, but he goes into Creed of the Hunter. So that's actually interesting because with that we now have auto attack style without a double support, which you normally don't see. We have Dequaza on Blaze, Ultralisk on Vala, Masquerade is playing Diablo. We got Dino and Tracer, Nagrom and Malfurion. And on the right side of the map, it's the cats with Horny on Urel, Hirath on Genji, Dracula on Junkrat, Johan on Garrosh, and Captain Rex on Lucio. Okay, so let's see what Masquerade can do here. His Diablo is actually pretty sick city. One of the first games where he started to pop off and really appeared on my radar was a long time ago. But I think it was a Diablo game that he played on Towers of Doom, if I'm not mistaken. And he just crushed on that one. So a good Diablo player is always just terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And I really want to see what he can do here. It's a good map for him too, because he can get a lot of stacks together very quickly. Valla is of course another one that we have to keep our eye on. Traditionally, you're playing Valla with an auto-attack style with 2 supports, so at least Medivh and or Zarya. Not and or Zarya. But the reason is simple. You don't want to lose any of the Gambit stacks, so in order to allow Valla to be very aggressive and to push in deep, get a lot of stacks together very quickly, you need something that keeps her alive, and double support is perfect for that. But since they have so much confidence, they sometimes do this solo support Valla style here as well. And if you create some space for her with heroes like Diablo, for example, you can make that happen. And yeah, Tracer is taking full advantage of that. Takes Lucio down, but then dies herself. And there's another kill. So Genji comes in with 2 quick kills. And that puts the 3-legged cat again in the driver's seat on the kill count at least. Valla has done a very solid job on the auto attacks on the other hand. 32 this early in the game is pretty good. And hello, Dracula is in trouble. But yep, Ultralisk is still able to get away. He's already at 40. And that's not too bad. I mean, we're only 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes into the game. So having 40 stacks available on your level 1 is pretty good. And that trend will very quickly continue if they're able to just do that. At the same time now, rotations down to the bottom. One of the good things about having Genji in your team and you're playing a Tomb of the Spider Queen is that the lanes are very close together. Genji has the mobility that he can very, very quickly traverse from one lane to another and therefore put pressure on solo lane at the bot lane, to just give one example, or just join any team fight in the mid and top. Level 4 talents give us the Death Dealer for Valla, standard build at this point. Turn-in attempts obviously being made right now. That's where Dracula also excels with his Junkrat. The grenades he can spam out are very, very good at interrupting. No problem for him there. But all the way up at the top, there's already the next play. And that could be a kill, and it should be. Dracula goes down. Great root also from Alfurion. Garrosh with a save, but that was an easy one. Valla coming in with some big damage here. Junkrat got caught completely off guard. And as it stands, Dino is already protecting the bottom turn-in point and making the play there. And Valla with a few more hits too, so now she's at 45, and it's not only heroes that are getting attacked by Ultralisk. He's not just simply blindly tunneling into that, he's doing some very good work on those walls too, and is starting to take the tower hit points down. Currently making a play in the middle as both teams have taken the bruiser camps. Valla's most likely going to join the fun there in just another second, so he's already here. Yeah, Dibbles gets pushed back. Valla at 48 stacks, 2 more on. She's going to be golden. We should have some great damage on him already. 8,700. Easy top damage in the game. Genji is trying to catch up. He's harassing Dequaz at the bot lane a little bit, but it seems like our side laner for the blue team is going to get out of this one. Then again in the middle, 17 gems have already been turned in. And they're continuing now with the hot pursuit. It's a little bit of a damage battle, I suppose, between Valla and Tracer as well. So I guess we need to keep our eyes on that and see how they're going to do here. Genji with 9,000 damage. Here comes Urel. Probably trying to push Malfurion. And now that didn't quite work out for them. Level 7 on both sides. And we have plenty of gems available. Slight advantage already for team. By now, Valla also has the first quest stack completed. So she's past the 50 and hasn't died yet, so good for her. More damage on those auto attacks. Once that she has her level 16, the Manticore, things are obviously starting to escalate a bit for the front line, because she's already starting to crush it with the single target damage. But once you have Manticore, it's gonna get nasty for any melee that enters her range. And yes, that's something that Garrosh is already experiencing right here, and he's not gonna make it out of this. Oh my god, is he? No way! Good job by Lucio, covering that retreat. Was close, but they made it work. 17 and 18 gems already turned in. Tracer is dodging out here. And Valla's at 76. Ultralisk is really crushing this at this point. Now later on he needs to be a bit more careful, because once that Genji has a chance to maybe even solo him, that's obviously a prime target. every single kill against Vala is removing one of her Gambit stacks, and that reduces her attack speed, so that would be great. 76 for her, as I said, but the first objective has now also been committed to. So web beavers for the blue team, who have already taken down the tower at the bottom of the map. Taking a solid lead here. And by now, they are... Oh, careful! Can't lose Urel here. Doesn't have the ult yet. That's too many gems. 32 gems, Urel cannot die. If Urel goes down, you guys are in deep shit. Gotta be super careful on this one. That's also why Genji came down, because Urel already signaled, guys, I need a little bit of help here. I can't risk this. But in the middle of the map, the attack continues. That fort at the bot lane is gonna go down. And that's a huge win already. Now they have level 10 abilities, and they're locking them in as we speak. So now another engage, but Quasar misses the jet propulsion as everybody dodges down to the bottom. Yeah, Bunker's out early. If they can take 2 of those forts, that would be worst case scenario for the three-legged cat. And yes, 2 forts down with objective number 1. Are you kidding me? That is incredible. Now they're making the play for Garrosh, and that's another kill. Garrosh is dead. A couple of the gems are going to be lost. Oh, boy. They are murdering it, aren't they? Again, they take a big lead. They deny a few gems to the opponent. They steal their camp. Pull ahead in experience. Tracer has turned in. We have Decimate at this point on the other side, as level 10 abilities are finally available for the red team. Masquerade is delivering 19. They got another turn in. I mean, they will get the turn in if everybody turns their gems in. 2 turn-ins in a row without the opponent even delivering any gems in the meantime. Oof. But maybe Diablo can be eliminated now, and that would be great for the defense. If they can take him now, that would be amazing. But they're just turning it against him, aren't they? At least they're trying to. Here comes the X-Strike. They're going for Masquerade again. Reptile, I don't think it's going to be enough. And another quest stack completed for Vala. She's now at above 100 and continues. I mean, it's brutal. Continues the onslaught here and the absolute destruction of the opponent's team. Dracula barely survives. Vala needed 1 more auto attack, but didn't want to risk it. So they're crushing through the middle of the map now, and it is just insane. 25,000 damage by now from Vala alone. We're not even talking Tracer here. I mean, Vala is just putting Dino to shame at this point. Nice flip against Masquerade, on the other hand. He's not making it. No way. With the bunker, this is insane. They're actually getting him out of this one. I would feel trolled if I'm on the side of the cats. And now they're losing good old Junkrat. He's dead. And look at Lucio. He needs to hightail it out of that too. So with both of them gone out of the fight, that keep is wide open for the taking. Easily going in for it. They can't hold it. 8 minutes and 30 seconds in, and the first keep is gone. The keep is gone. The one at the top is getting attacked. One is trying to defend it. Down here, the wall is also opened up. They're just toying with him at this point. Now, the jet propulsion misses again, but they're still making a play for him. There's high fives all over the place as Lucio is trying to save his teammates, but things are completely out of control right now for the red team. They're trying to get a kill on Masquerade, and they might be able to finally get this one. But he goes for another lightning breath, and finally he dies. He had the stacks together on his baseline though, enough souls to revive him instantly. Genji is also dead, and he's not going to be back anytime soon. Quasar, 2 seconds for bunker. Urel is dead. Are they going to end? Are they really going to end here? They're going for the core. Quasar used the bunker. Jet propulsion's over. 42 gems, all of them lost. Dracula is not recovering them. They just lost 42 gems. They still have a few remaining. It's enough for a turn-in for them. But they are also 3 levels behind now. The attack continues. 150 stacks for Vala. She still hasn't died. What a display of strength once again from Team WAM. Now, they're clearly outclassing the cats here. And again, they're obviously the favorites from the get-go. The Chili Donuts and the Hardos didn't participate in the qualifier here. And it definitely shows a bit in the grand final. But Jesus, these guys are so consistent. The only real fear that I sometimes have is that they get too cocky because they're just too dominant right now. And we'll see how they fare in the US. We honestly will see how they're going to do there. If they can win the tournament, how they measure up against the North American teams. but it is definitely the blue team's show right now. Dequaz, on the other hand, well, he has a bunker up. Can delay it a little bit, but he still should die here. Especially since Vala and Tracer don't give a shit about him. Dequaza dies, and they are just more interested in taking the boss. And it's like, dude, I'm sorry, but priorities, bro. We don't really care. So, thanks for distracting them a little bit, but you know what? We are just going to come in here and take the boss and then try to go for the top keep and eliminate all of them. And they're fighting 4v5. They don't care. 4v5, not a problem. So they take down Garrosh, he's dead, and they don't stop there. They go for Genji. GG, well played. Spray game absolutely on point. Nicely done. They go for the triple kill, and they take that one too. With level 16 talents in their hands, that also means that Manticore is now a thing. I alluded to it already earlier. It's obviously a bit of a game changer on the damage output for her. Not that she did badly until now. 46,000 damage. The only player, the only hero that hasn't died in the entire game. And with all of the keeps gone, they're gonna go for the core. What a slap down. Big slaps from Team Wah. They go for the 2-0 victory here in the grand final. Still kudos to the three-legged cat. They put up a fight on the first map, and they also made it to the grand final in the first place. Great for their standings, for the playoffs, but obviously they're no match for the blue team. Just toys with them here on map number 2. 14 kills to 4, and a solid victory once again for Team Wah as a lock in the 2-0 win in the grand final of qualifier number 5.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.